32 points to 6. Let's look at the lineup for the Rubies. Riley Batty, Kayesha Afoa, Helen Utilagi, Atlanta Peters, Talia Marshall, Ellie Williamson, Shante Kiriaratu, Danny Parisi, Lily Rose Kolch, Alila Kia, Sunny Gerard, Hannah Larson, and Emma Barnes completes the starting side. Fiona Janke, Georgina Tuatalili, Jacinta Carter, Mackenzie Batty, Tali Fisher-Pearson, Lavinia Kitai, and Lane Northey completing the Ruby side. South Australia, Grace Bridge is the fullback. The wingers, Audrey Holt and Samantha Cooper. Hannah Polly and Jane Afiki are the centres. Zane Anthony and Francis Afiki. The halves, Ella Christie will be the hooker, Gira O'Brien and Sophie McClure. The front row, the back row, Victoria Johns, Anna Ikahai-Hifo and Georgia Damasi. Courtney Plowman, Nagaya Nakaruka, Tashara Wilson, Rosina Tapua, Kalisi Natandra, Rebecca Willis and Tianu Kapani. Complete the sides. Underway. And South Australia will run it back and get first use of it. 2 by 20-minute periods in Pool B. 2 games to come in what has been a frenetic and fantastic day of Women's Rugby League here in the Harvey Norman Women's Championship on the Gold Coast. The Rubies are the defending champions. That footnote as well. And they are muscling up in defence early. Afiki. Physical early in this one. Victoria Johns. Last tackle now. Put it through their hands, trying to find their kicker. In the end, Zane Anthony managed to get a foot on it. They'll get a penalty to relieve things as well. And they will be up against it early. The Rubies with their first set and a full complement of it. Should end up about 20 out from the line.
Thank you. 2 minutes here, ladies. To the side of me here. And hold. And low with the touchy.
So Ellie Williamson to start us. Sunny Gerard. Looks to play it quickly. Lily Rose Kolch in the dummy half. They put it through the hands. Here's Kolch. Williamson thought she might go on her own. They're close to the line. They're trying to reach out through Utilagi. They've got them stretched to the right here. They should score, but Williamson puts it down. They rushed up in her face. Hands let her down there on that occasion. So South Australia forced to work out from their own end again. Strong charge from South Australia once again. Kalisi Natadra. Bouncing off a couple of Rubies. Kick coming here from Ella Christie. Foot race on. Riley Batty is going to get there. She's going to fumble. Huge chance for South Australia to register first points. Quick play, the ball needed. Afiki brought down. Stretch to the left. They're trying to retreat. McClure. Wilson. Ikahai-Hifo. They have them out to the left if they can put it through the hands. McClure. Play it 4 out from the line. Again, they go to that left direction. Zane Anthony steps off the left. Ruby's defence reads it well. Pressure building. Thought Bridge might have a look from dummy half. Ika Haihifo trying to spin, trying to get the arm free. Ruby standing up defensively for now. Anthony puts it on the toe. It all breaks down to nothing. Rubies can breathe a sigh of relief. What about this first 5 minutes? Certainly entertaining. Now defending champions not having it all their own way in the early stages of this. Nice from Peters. Ualagi. Ruby still to 5 points. Lavinia Kite pulled down. Williamson, so influential for what they do. Nice dummy, goes through, one-on-one with the fullback. Academic from there, and Williamson, well, she dropped it at the line last time, makes immediate amends, and Ellie Williamson shows her class. And the Rubies score first points in this one, and it's all down to the 5'8" in Wilkinson. Look at the work close to the line. The dummy had support in Sunny Gerard, but she says, I'm going to do it myself. Helps herself to the opening try. She's going to try to convert her own try as well. Should have no mistake from here. She looks to convert her opening try and turn 4 into 6, and she does exactly that. Here is the replay. It was all Williamson. Talking about under 19 Origin sides to be determined, some NRLW opportunities perhaps. We've seen the trajectory of some of the players that have shone at this carnival in recent years. One to watch in the number 6 for the Rubies. So South Australia start us once again. Came so close to opening the scoring themselves, but the Rubies getting those honours. Like what I've seen in Aneka Haihifo. Number 14 will play it. Really leading the forward pack. To Shara Wilson. Taking some stopping here. Fights away to the 30. Bridget dummy half. Anthony. Shepherding them out over the sideline, and it all comes undone from Tianu Kapani. Just needed teammates to help them out there. Try and get the ball free, but another attack from South Australia. Dispelled by the Rubies, and they are promoting the footy. South Australia defensive line starting to bend a little as Kiara Ratu will play it. Kolch through the hands with Kia. Now Afoa down the flank. Ruby smell more points. They could get a penalty there. They do, in fact. Markers were never square. Penalty count starting to mount for South Australia. Here's Kia. Lined up to the right. Last time they were down here, they came with points. Can they find their second try? Parisi to play it. Colch the dummy half. Williamson has one. Provides a second though this time. Sonny Gerard slams the ball down and the Rubies find their second of the afternoon. No surprise Williamson involved, and Gerard, well, she was on the scene for their first try. She's now a try scorer herself in their second. 10 points to 0. Williamson had no issue converting the first try. The ease at which she converted the first, she should have no trouble with this one as well. Taking her time to steady. Rightfully so, no mistake. So 12 points to 0. Here you see it. Williamson and Gerard. Got the hole to run through. South Australia answer. They've come close on a couple of occasions, but just wrong options to complete the set. Coming back to bite them at this point. 12-0, not insurmountable to now. 8.5 minutes remain. First half of this Pool B opening clash between the Queensland Rubies and South Australia. The Rubies are our defending champions in the under-19s. Tapua. Plowman. Met a strong tackle by two Rubies.
And hold. Hold, go. Nothing late.
On the toe by Afiki. Anthony chasing and almost set up for Kapani.
Knock on. Here we are. Send over.
That's that stroke of luck just missing for South Australia. Third time they've come close
On the 10.
to finding the try line.
With the foot. Go. Play on, play on.
They're away here, the Rubies again.
10 here. Good one. All good.
Just need to hang in this game and go set for set here, South Australia, because a third try really blow this game open.
Oh no! Hold here. Here.
Janke will play it
Marking up there. One, two.
through the hands again. Now they're starting to find open space and they're going to score another try. They are running away with things now. Korea Ratu will score under the sticks. It was all too easy on that occasion. South Australia, they lost count of numbers. And Shante Korea Ratu, well, it was just all too easy. At the line, run straight through, and then just canters to under the black dot, and they have a third try. Williamson should have no mistake converting, and just as I was saying, they need to hang in. South Australia have opened the door. Williams 2 from 2. Should make it 3 and does. So 18 points to 0. Here's the replay again. Just a bit of a communication breakdown in Korea Ratu. Touching down. Reminder of the game to follow this one. New South Wales country and the Northern Territory. Complete as what has been a busy afternoon of Harvey Norman Women's Championship matches. 9 today, 9 tomorrow as well. See it all here live on NRL.com. Afiki. South Australia needs some points before the break. Grace Bridge into dummy half now. McClure. Times it's been that final ball. St. Anthony was screaming for it. They went to the right side through Plowman. Nafiki puts it high in the air, a test. Ruby's back 5. Very safe under the high ball to this point in this first half. Closing in on half time. 2 20-minute periods. Penalty. Helps them march up the field again. They won't want to concede more points before the break. Kia, good offload. Starting to promote the footy more and more, and those spaces are opening up more and more. That's a pull of the ponytail. Rightfully so. Coming back for a penalty on Janky and a talking to as well. Coach takes it quickly. They want to get a move on. They want more points before half time. Janky. Coach had a dummy half. She wants a try of her own. She may get one here. Going to prove hard to stop. In fact, they cannot stop her. Lily Rose Colch adds another 4 tries to the Rubies. They are coming to the boil nicely before half time. Once she got clear of the marker, she saw the defensive line were retreating. They weren't set. And in the end, it was just strength powering past 3 of them. 4th try to the Rubies. And Williamson, well, the conversions are getting a little bit more difficult. Perfect on that front to this point. Can she keep that perfect record here? Or 4 from 4. Can in fact. So 24-0 the margin, and here you see it again. Four tries in this first half. 90 seconds remain. They'll be pleased with what they've shown in this first half of this Pool B opener. They have a championship to defend, of course, winning over the Sapphires last year's tournament. Knock on at dummy half. In South Australia, I think it's just a case of getting to half time and then just calming things down. 40 seconds remaining till we get to that point. Sure enjoying this. If you've been with us from the opening game or joining us throughout the afternoon, pleasure to have you with us from the Harvey Norman Women's Championship. You are on the Gold Coast. Get down and support the event. Mountain of rugby league action. Plenty of future stars on show. One of them here with the footy in hand is Williamson. Has a try. They want more before half time. Has the ball come out? This time it has. And that will complete the first 20 minutes, half-time. Here in this one, the Queensland Rubies in command over South Australia. They lead 24 points to nil. Let's have a look at their tries in the first half.
In the NRL Harvey Norman Women's Championship, Pool B.
And it was that 5'8 Williamson who did it all on her own here. Took it to the line, dummy. Steps the fullback. Try time. She had Gerard in support. This time she used her. Took it to the line and Sonny Gerard crosses the line, and then Korea Ratu found the third, and it was all too easy, this one. South Australia just lacked communication in the defensive line and no one at home as well. She raced away. And Lily Rose Colch made it 4 first half tries. Again, defence retreating. Couldn't stop her. That is the story of the first half. 24 points to nil. It's all the Rubies. Job to do in the second for South Australia. Break from us. We'll return for the second half between the Rubies and South Australia. Yes, welcome back. Pool B action between the Queensland Rubies and South Australia. The second half about to begin. You see on your screens there, 24 points to nil. The Rubies dominating that first half. Adam Santarossa here with you in commentary. Harvey Norman Women's Championship. Game 8 of 9 today. 1 to follow to close out Pool B in the under-19s. New South Wales Country and the Northern Territory. The big second half here. South Australia were just starting to fall away before half-time. Couple of late tries to the Rubies, extending that margin. Unlucky start to the game. There were 2 tries that went begging as Williamson, has she knocked that on? Knock back. Here's the call. You just felt the Rubies were starting to find their groove just before half-time. They are the defending champions in the under-19s. Janke wanting to play it quickly. Colch had a dummy half. Talili will play it. Nice scoop from Emma Barnes. Numbers to the left. If they put it through their hands, need to get an offload. They do, in fact. They should score again here. They'll answer back with a try, surely. Support was there, but Rayleigh Batty says, I'll do it myself. And the Rubies make the ideal start to the second half with 4 points at the first time of asking. Well, they had 3 on the overlap. It's Korea Ratu who summed it up, but it's the offload here of Atlanta Peters that makes the try happen. And if Batty put it through the hands, they were in. She says, no, I want it myself. And to her credit, she did beat 3 of them to finally put it down. And the Rubies, whatever was said at half-time, has had the desired effect because they have scored 90 seconds into the second 20-minute period. And they are reigning champions of the under-19s for a reason. The conversions are getting more difficult for Ellie Williamson. She's 4 from 4 at this point. Can that become 5? Hanging it up in the breeze. Doesn't sneak around, and that's her first unsuccessful of the day. So it remains 28 points to 0. And we'll have another look at that try while we have a chance to do so. We are going to have a break due to an injury to a South Australian player. So let's recap the games we've seen today on day 1 of the Harvey Norman Women's Championship. It started in the Open Women's New South Wales Country, 18-0 winners over the Northern Territory. Highly fancied in the in the Open Women's, I should say, New South Wales Country. Impressive display for them in their only game today. The NT backed up against the First Nations Gems, and it was the Gems prevailing 10 points to 0. Victoria, bit of an upset over the Gems, 6 points to 4 in what was a thrilling game before Victoria responded. Back-to-back wins, 12-0 over the ADF. And the defending Open Women's Champions, Western Australia, 16-0 winners over Western Australia. Over the ADF. And then in the under-19s, the first game, New South Wales City, 36 points to 0 over Victoria. Before the Sapphires prevailed 32 points to 6. Before this one final game to conclude day 1, New South Wales Country and the Northern Territory following this one. So while we have a break, count you through the tries from this game. Williamson, Gerard, Karia Ratu, Colch, and now Rayleigh Batty adding. So the 5 tries to 0 win. And let's look back at the highlights of this game so far. It was Williamson who started it. Lovely bit of work, showed it to the line. Her dummy did it all herself to go under the post. That opened proceedings, and then Sonny Gerard added a second. Again, it was Williamson heavily involved, laying on the final pass. And then Karia Ratu went straight through the South Australian side. No answer to the Rubies. They were red hot in that first 20-minute period. And then just before half-time, we saw Lily Rose Colch go for a scoot at a dummy half, and no one could stop her. And then first set to start the second 20. Lovely bit of work here from Atlanta Peters, and then Rayleigh Batty probably made it more difficult than it needed to be. And we will have a bit of a break momentarily. We do have a South Australian player down, so we'll try and provide an update on that. But a brief break from us when we return. Rest of the second half between the Rubies and South Australia. Yes, welcome back. Players going through some warm-ups. Second half here in this under-19s clash between the Queensland Rubies and South Australia. We had a South Australian player need some ambulance attention. We'll try and get a report on the injury, but we can report she was all smiles and waving to her teammates as they waved her into the ambulance, so hopefully all okay. And we have had a rather large delay here to start this second half, but we will get it back underway. 17-28 remaining in the game. You can see the scoreline, the Rubies 28 points to 0. 5 tries to 0 over South Australia. And given the stoppage, players just having to go through the warm-up again. Chance to talk things over and work on some of the aspects that have seen the Rubies on top. Of course, the defending champions, and game 8, this one of 9 today. One remaining New South Wales country will play the Northern Territory in our final Pool B game, and tomorrow we have another 9 games. The only place you'll see them is here on NRL.com, so make sure you join us from 9:30 tomorrow morning, and we'll do it all again. Not the start South Australia wanted. Knocked back, fortunately. Adam Sansarossa here with you in commentary. I'll be with you for all 4 days of the Harvey Norman Women's Championship. And again, Ika Hifo, so hard to stop. She's been a shining light for South Australia. Anthony tried to play support. South Australia have come so close to scoring points. Luck not on their side. Anthony goes into first receiver. Now, Fiki pulled down. 30 out from the line. Swing it to the right. Fiki, first receiver again. Ella Christie. Bounces off that right foot. Are there points coming? Fiki puts it in the air. There's a test. Buddy, but she did it well. Thought there might have been a knock-on in the play the ball, but lovely bit of work from Emma Barnes to get that flick pass away. So explosive out of dummy half. Tries to go on a scoot again, but they read it well. The opposing hooker and Ella Christie. Last tackle now. They've had one visit to this part of the field. They came up with points. Korea Ratu puts it in behind. The bounce is kind. It betrays everyone, though. And South Australia end up with it again. Courtney Plowman to play it. Polly finds Afiki. Sisters Jane and Francis combining. Kapani, quick play the ball. Anthony puts it out in front of her centre. Comes unstuck though. Talia Marshall does the mopping up, and now they'll have a full set. 40 out from the South Australia line. They want more points. They want to show why they are the champions. Barnes did it well. Bounding out of tackles are the Rubies. South Australia starting to fall off more and more. Korea Ratu has one herself, wants to turn provider. It's off the fingertips of Riley Batty. She was the previous try scorer, but couldn't find clean hands then.
Stay there. I'll let you know when you come in. Who's right in?
Right, he's joining us. Second half action in the opening Pool B game of the under-19s. Queensland Rubies in control, 28 points to 0. Over South Australia. 8th of 9 games here on the opening day of the tournament. Ruby's hunting more points. New South Wales Country and the Northern Territory will complete today's action. And the New South Wales Country, certainly a contender in both the 19s and the Open Women's. So I'll be keenly watching the Ruby's performance in this one. Bit high there, and rightfully so, a penalty. Afiki caught over the top, and a bit of push and shove after, but all ends in smiles. So South Australia get us back underway. Strong charge from Tashara Wilson. Thought there was a fumble in the play of the ball. Perhaps got away with one. Victoria Johns now. Not going away, South Australia. Trailed by 4 converted tries, but Sophie McClure soldiering on. Deserving of points. Those tries just before and after the halftime break that really cruelled South Australia. Wilson again, her second touch of the set. Guy Hefo, certainly their best today. Charge after charge. Wonder what's going forward. Afiki's kick, testing one, but it's a test of Ruby's pass, and they can go back the other way. Rayleigh Batty. Still going. To Talii. Taking over to the second stanza. In this second half, 2 20-minute periods, just 10 minutes remaining. South Australia. Defensive line holding up to now. Williamson getting involved. Been a little bit quiet since the resumption. Marshall fights her way. 35 out from the line. Need to bring some numbers over South Australia because there's at least 2 on the overlap here. Will they choose to put it through the hands or put a kick in behind? Emma Barnes, the dummy half. Williamson puts it high. Testing for Audrey Holt, but did it well. Grace Bridge supporting too. Nine minutes remaining. Reminder of the game to come. Following this one, New South Wales Country and the Northern Territory to complete day 1 here on NRL.com. You'll see every game live. Another 9 tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday as well. They come thick and fast throughout the tournament. Afoa. And there's a mishandle in the play of the ball. Keisha Afoa.
Hands over. Good.
It's been an impressive display by the Rubies, but
Hands on the ball.
perhaps just lacking a bit of the finesse.
Beat it. Hold. 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 Hold.
Bit of the polish that will come in coming days, you imagine. Combinations still to be bedded down, and continuity in positions as well.
Right here. Wide. Wide.
All to peak on Sunday when the championships are decided, but doing a pretty good job to this point.
Lock in and hold.
South Australia, though, who are seeking points this time. Anthony takes it to the line. Another that's impressed from South Australia.
Hold here. Wide. Wide. Go three. Right. Left. That's okay.
Here's O'Brien.
Climb up the arm. All the way here. Wide.
20 out from the try line. Christie puts it through the hands. Afiki turns it inboard. Kai Hifo met a solid tackle down low.
Go nothing late.
To it to Ali. The one provided it.
Still five.
Cut out ball. Was that touched by a Rubies player? Is there 6 more for South Australia? No.
Hands over.
We're coming back. That was the last. So
Stay there. 2 meters here.
footy back in the hands of the Queensland Rubies.
With the foot. Shooting. Set up. And hold here. All the way. Go one.
Good run again.
All right, release it now.
Starting to fall off tackles. That fatigue perhaps creeping in. As Mackenzie Batty plays it. Barnes out of dummy half. Good one-on-one from Anthony.
Now. Release now. Hold. Go three.
Thought Barnes was eyeing a scoot. She does. Goes to the blind side. Williamson has numbers there. Cuts them out. There should be another try coming to the Rubies. It's a second, in fact. Talia Marshall helps herself to a try. Their 6th. And it's the Barnes and Williamson combination again. Down the blind side. Marshall found open space and simply raced away. Anthony tried to get across in cover. Couldn't get there. And the lead stretches out again. 32 points to 0. Conversion attempts getting increasingly difficult. Williamson come off the ground, so looks as though Marshall's going to try and convert her own try. In fact, it's Kariratu with the headgear off. Looking to convert from more or less the sideline, and not enough on that one. So it remains 32 points to 0. Here's the try again. Saw Barnes go from dummy half. And it was Williamson yet again. Shows it to the line. Cut out ball to Marshall, and too much pace. So 3.5 minutes of this one remaining. He did have a rather large injury delay, so if you're looking at your watches or wanting to tune in for New South Wales Country and the Northern Territory, that one's to come immediately following this. That will conclude things for day 1 of the tournament. In the under-19 portion, Pool B, we're in here. And is there some points at the end of this one for South Australia. They've battled hard. Knocked back that time. Sophie McClure as well. Here's another that's impressed. Ikahi Hifo, a standout. Zane Anthony. And they'll be in action again tomorrow, so chance to build on the positives from this display for South Australia. Polly into dummy half. Victoria Johns goes to first receiver. Ikahi Hifo again. Anthony goes with the grubber, just rolls it in behind. Set up nicely for Riley Batty though, and she's off and running the other way into open field. Already with one try here. Quick to play the ball as well. Ikahi Hifo called out of it. Mafoa. It's him out over the 30. Barnes on a scoot. Out of dummy half again. Draws in defenders. Marshall with one already today. Looking for a second. Pushing off defenders left, right and centre. Eventually brought down by Tashara Wilson. Barnes such explosion out of dummy half. Here's Kite. They are swarming. They want more points. They're not done and they're not satisfied with 32 points to nil. Kite backs up the last touch with this one. Bends the line again. Colch has one. Goes on a scoot of her own out of dummy half. Barnes through the hands. They should have another here. They do, in fact. Back-to-back tries for Marshall. Talia Marshall touches down. Just had to fall over the line. And the lead stretches again in the final minute. 36 points to nil. You can see the gaps in the South Australian defensive line. They just had to put it through the hands. Marshall, easy as you like. Her second of this one. 32-0. Turns to 36-0. It's almost an identical position for Shante Kariratu to convert from. Wide out on the sideline. Closing seconds of this game. Would be the icing on the cake if she can find a way to pilot this one over. Reminder of that game to immediately follow: New South Wales Country and Northern Territory